You may have noticed that in our communion service, one of the phrases in there says that God has appointed angels as our guardians. Now, there are several different aspects behind that phrase. One of those, though, is what is called guardian angels. And I received a question about guardian angels from one of our participants, and I thought y'all all might be interested in it. So first of all, I want to talk about what is an angel. Now, we do not know much about angels. Most people assume God created angels, but the Bible does not expressly say that. The Bible does talk about God creating some angels, that is, His angels, but the Bible never specifically states that God created all angels. And so the origin of all the angels is unexplained in Christianity. We are not told how many angels there are. The book of Revelation mentions thousands and thousands of angels, so obviously there are a lot of them. We don't know exactly what angels are. They're obviously some kind of spiritual being, which means that they're not physical beings like us with physical bodies. But even though they're not physical beings like us with physical bodies, they're still real. It's just that they have an existence we cannot detect with our limited human senses. Now, I want to emphasize again, this does not mean angels are not real. I know we live in the scientific age, and we have been taught that what science cannot detect does not exist. But you really cannot be a Christian if you believe that. So, just because our human senses cannot detect the presence of angels does not mean they do not exist. Christians believe angels are real and they exist, but exactly what they are and what they are like, no one knows. Now, the popular picture of angels, I guess, is they look like babies with wings on them. There's nothing in the Bible to indicate that's how angels look. That's just a popular way they have been portrayed and are. Now, we know that at least some of the angels do things for God. The Greek word translated as angel literally means messenger, which means like in the sense of you take a message to somebody. And that's one of the things we see angels doing in the Bible. If you'll remember the birth accounts of Jesus and the one in Luke, the angel appears to Mary and tells her she's going to bear Jesus. And then the angel appears to the shepherds and tells them Jesus has been born. If you go to the birth account in Matthew, you'll see angel telling Joseph that Mary is going to be pregnant. You'll see angel telling Joseph that Herod is trying to kill Jesus and he needs to take Mary and the baby to Egypt. So angels do act as messengers, and they give people messages. But they do more than just carry messages. They actually do things. We heard for our New Testament reading how an angel let the Apostle Peter out of prison. Earlier in Acts, there's an episode where an angel let several of the apostles out of prison. In Acts chapter 8, we see an angel guide Philip to where he will talk with the Ethiopian eunuch. And later in the book of Acts, we see an angel tell a Roman centurion to send for the Apostle Peter. Now, angels also warn people of trouble. Remember how in the account of Jesus' birth in Matthew, the angel warned Joseph that Herod was trying to kill the baby. So angels do more than just carry messages from God. They actually do things, and sometimes the things they do, as we saw in the account we had for our New Testament reading from Acts, involve doing physical work, physical things, moving physical things. Now, the Bible portrays angels as knowing what is going on here on earth, and they are portrayed as being interested in our well-being. There is a passage in the Gospel of Luke where Jesus said that angels rejoice when a sinner turns to God. You can go through the entire Bible from Genesis to Revelation, the Old Testament and the New, and you'll see that angels play important roles throughout. But you know, for all we see angels doing in the Bible, those of us who come from Protestant Christianity have never really thought much about angels, maybe except at Christmas time. There's not much emphasis on angels in Protestant Christianity, but Roman Catholic Christians and Orthodox Christians do talk more about angels, and it is from those two branches of Christianity that the idea of guardian angels comes from. I'm concentrating specifically on the belief about guardian angels from Orthodox Christianity, but the Roman Catholic belief is similar. Now, Orthodox Christians believe that every person has at least one guardian angel, and they base that belief on certain scriptures. If you paid attention to our song, you have heard it say, "The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them." Psalm 91 says, "He will give his angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways." And that is interpreted to mean that each one of us has a personal guardian angel with us at all times. In the Gospel of Matthew, we heard Jesus say that these children, or these little ones he was talking about, have angels whose face is always seeing the face of God. And this is interpreted to mean that not only children, but every individual has his or her own personal angel who is in direct contact with God at all times. If you go on into the book of Acts, you'll find a passage that seems to indicate that people have their angel, that it's a personal thing, that you have one just assigned to you. Now, the book of Tobit contains a detailed account of a guardian angel at work. Tobit is not in the Bibles of some Protestant, but it is in the Bibles of all Christians, except a few Protestants. It is in the Bibles of Episcopalians, it is in the Bibles of Orthodox and Roman Catholic Christians. And in the book of Tobit, Tobit's son Tobias goes on a long journey. Some man accompanies Tobias on this journey and helps him out a lot on the way. And he even makes it possible for Tobias to complete one leg of that journey in 1/5 of the normal time. And Tobias is unaware, though, that this man is actually an angel. And the man does not reveal to him that he is an angel until after it is over. Now, surviving writings from ancient Christianity indicate a belief that people have a guardian angel. A man named Origen, a Christian in the early 200s, wrote, "Each one of us has a good angel, an angel of the Lord, who guides, warns, and governs." A man named Anthony the Great from about the same time wrote, "When you close the doors to your dwelling and are alone, you should know that there is present with you the angel whom God has appointed for each. This angel, who is sleepless and cannot be deceived, is always present with you. He sees all things and is not hindered by darkness. You should know that with him is God, who is in every place. For there is no place and nothing material in which God is not, since he is greater than all and holds all in his hand." An associate of Anthony the Great, a man named Macarius, composed this prayer to his guardian angel: "Holy angel, to whose care my poor soul and wretched body have been given, do not cast me off because I am a sinner. Do not hold aloof from me because I am not clean. Do not yield your place to the spirit of evil. Guide me by your influence. Take my hand and bring me to the path that leads to salvation. God has given you charge of my miserable little soul and body. Forgive every deed of mine that has offended you at any time. Forgive the sins I have committed today. Protect me during the night. Keep me safe from the machinations and contrivances of the enemy, that I may not sin and arouse God's anger. Intercede for me with the Lord. Ask him to make me fear him more and more, and to enable me to give him the service his goodness deserves. Now from later, moving up on into the 300s, a man named Jerome wrote, "The worth of souls is so great that from birth each one has an angel assigned to him for his protection." From about the same time, a man named John Chrysostom wrote, "Each believer has an angel." A man named John Climacus from the late 500s wrote this, "If you find sweetness or comportation in some word of your prayer, dwell on it, for then our guardian angel is praying with us. In the presence of an angel, the soul of the humble is filled with joy. Therefore, when we recognize the presence from the effect, let us quickly hasten to prayer, for our good guardian has come to pray with us. Stand your ground bravely, and you can be sure your guardian angel will respect your endurance." And about 100 years later, we're getting now up into the 600s, a man named Isaac the Syrian wrote this, "The angel who is always near us is by nothing so distressed and made indignant as when, without being constrained by necessity, we deprive ourselves of the ministration of the holy mysteries and of reception of Holy Communion." Now you see these writings from Christians from the 200s up through the 600s express a belief in guardian angels. And so we know there are many more than the ones I have read. And so we know that that idea was very prevalent in ancient Christianity. That at every moment of every day, no matter where we are or what we're doing, we have an angel as our guardian. In the belief of guardian angels in Orthodox Christianity, each person has at least one guardian angel, and that angel is with you at all times. Now this is not to be confused with the presence of God being with us at all times. That does not mean the Orthodox do not believe the presence of God is with you. They do. But it just simply means that this guardian angel is sent to be a special additional help to you. And this is seen as very important because you know what that means? It means that you are never alone. Because some real being is there with you. You're never alone. Remember earlier we said that just because angels do not have physical flesh and blood bodies does not mean they are not real beings. They are real beings. And there is one with us, according to the Orthodox, all the time. A guardian angel is seen as operating to protect you, especially when you travel and are around other people. But its main job is seen as being to lead you spiritually and keep you on the right track and help you gain knowledge. The idea is that the devil is constantly at work trying to lure you away from God. And your guardian angel is always there fighting against the devil's efforts to do that. And that's actually seen as its main job, to protect you against the assaults of the devil and keep you on track with God. And the guardian angel gives you strength. This belief comes from the account of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. You remember on the night Jesus was betrayed and arrested, he went to the Garden of Gethsemane and he prayed. And the Gospels tell us that an angel came to him at that time and strengthened him. And in the same way, the belief is that when we face trying times in our lives, the guardian angel is there giving us strength. Even when we are absorbed in the things of the world and never think of God, our guardian angel is there praying to God on our behalf. Even at the times we feel neglected by God, and even at the times when we're tempted to give up all hope, our guardian angel is there, praying to God on our behalf. The prayer book of the Orthodox Church contains a number of prayers about guardian angels, and I thought these would be interesting to hear. O angel of God, my holy guardian, keep my life in the fear of Christ God, strengthen my mind in the true way, wound my soul with heavenly love, so that guided by you I may obtain the great mercy of Christ God. I lay alone in folly and idleness, O my God and guardian. Forsake me not. Guide my mind by your prayer to fulfill the commandments of God and to receive from God remission of sins. Teach me to hate all wickedness. O my guardian, deliver me from all attacks of the enemy. The enemy troubles and tramples on me and teaches me to follow my own desires. But, O my God, guide, forsake not me. Grant me to sing with thanksgiving and fervor to my Creator, and to you, my good angel guardian. Rescue me from foes that trouble me. From the love of my soul I cry to you, O guardian of my soul. Protect and guard me always from the hunting of the evil one. Guide me to the heavenly life. Teach me and enlighten me and strengthen me. As for the defender and guardian of my life, I have received you from God. I pray you, O Holy One, free me from harm. As you have boldness towards God, pray to him to deliver me from the evils that offend me. Have mercy and pray for me, O angel of the Lord, for I have you as my defender for the whole of my life, the guide and guardian given me by God forever. Now you may have noticed that these people are praying to this guardian angel. In Orthodox Christianity and in Roman Catholic Christianity, people do pray to angels. Protestants, though, usually do not. And sometimes this is a real impediment to Protestants in thinking about angels, because Protestants have been told that if you dare pray to anybody but God, like if you pray to an angel or a saint or something, then you are in effect replacing God with that angel or saint. However, that's not really what's happening. When someone prays to an angel, they are not substituting the angel for God. They are merely asking a very real spiritual being who is believed to have power to do things on earth to help them. Now, while that may be a foreign concept to many Protestants, to other Christians it is not. At any rate, those prayers show us some of the things guardian angels do. They strengthen us. They put love for God in us. They guide us away from wickedness and toward right living. They can help deliver us from attacks from Satan. They can deliver us from all our enemies. They can deliver us from harm. They teach us. They pray to God on our behalf. They can help protect us from accidents and misfortune. They can guide us to positive thinking. They can calm our hearts and give us quietness of life. And they can defend our whole life. In Orthodox Christianity, the guardian angel is seen to be given to a Christian at baptism. This is from the baptismal prayer of Orthodox Christianity. Yoke to his life an angel of light to deliver him from every attack of the adversary, from every evil encounter, from the noonday demon, and from evil visions. Now, the noonday demon is what is known as acedia. And acedia is a state of indifference, meaning that you are tempted to neglect your duties Not necessarily your duties as a wife or husband or father or mother or whatever, but your duties in the spiritual sense. It is a state of spiritual indifference, and that is called the noonday demon or ascenium. Now, although the Orthodox use this particular baptism, this does not mean that they believe that only those who are baptized Christians will have a guardian angel. They believe all people, Christians or not, have guardian angels. And they use this baptism as a special request for the work of that angel. Now, there were some in ancient Christianity who believed that guardian angels weren't given to everybody, that you had to earn one. And you'd earn a guardian angel if you lived a good life. If you lived a good life and earned one, you'd get one, and that guardian angel would stay with you as long as you were living a good life. If you turned from that, though, and started living a bad life, the guardian angel would leave you. That belief, though, did not last in Christianity. The idea that did last was that everyone, Christian or not, has a guardian angel. The Orthodox see the guardian angels as more than just our guides and our protectors. They see them as our friends and companions. And although the Orthodox believe, of course, they don't have physical bodies like we do, you can't see them, they do believe it is possible for you to feel their presence with you if you are open to do that. And the idea is that one of the main ways you open yourself to feel the presence of your guardian angel is to banish fear from your life. You know, fear overcomes and paralyzes us. Fear separates us from God. If you look at the account of the birth of Jesus in the Gospel of Luke, you'll see when the angel comes to announce the birth of Jesus, the first thing that angel says is, "Fear not." Now, fear not becomes a theme in the Gospels. If you will go through the Gospels, especially Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and notice the number of times Jesus says, "Fear not," or the equivalent of it, you will see what a theme it is in the Gospels. Fear not. You see, the idea is that if we can banish fear as much as possible, maybe we can be aware that we are not alone. And you know, maybe we can be aware that God did not just throw us down here to face all the ups and downs and trials and everything of life by ourselves. Maybe He didn't just kick us down here and say, "You're on your own." Maybe He sent a helper with us who is working for us. He's someone that we can't see, but that is right beside us every moment of every day, working for us, guiding us, protecting us, and leading us. So that's the basis for the belief in guardian angels. We've seen today that it is, in fact, a biblical idea. We saw that Protestants have never talked much about it, but there is a biblical basis for it. We've seen in ancient Christianity how people believed it. I just throw it out there. Whatever you decide to do with it is between you and God.